Hello, friend. Myself Kuldeep Singh Rotan, Management Guru. You are most welcome into our YouTube channel Knowledge for All. Dear friend, as a project manager, today the topic I have taken for discussion is project management. For any industry or organization, to deal with the project is the unique challenge into the modern business environment because the growth of the organization is totally depend upon the successful delivery of the project. So if it fails to deliver the project successfully, will be the big financial burden on the organization. So how to deliver the project in the successful manner and what are those techniques to deliver the project successfully? We'll come to discuss later. First, we'll come to know what is the project. Dear friend, word project is the most widely used into the business environment. So normally we correlate with the organization. So if it is related to the railway, we call it railway project. If it is related to the software industry, we call it software project. If it is related to highway, we call it highway project, and so on. So let us come to the definition of the project. Project is the predetermined set of activity with a defined beginning and end to achieve the unique goals. Or we can say project is the temporary endeavors undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. So, dear friend, project the purpose of project is to deliver the product, service, or result through the available resources and allotted budget within the defined time frame. So, dear friend, the here we see few of the dominating word used in the definition, like the set of activity means the number of activity involved in the project. Defined and beginning and end time means the time frame allocated to the project, and unique goals means the object of the project, maybe product, service, or result. So different project can be classified into the various way, like so based on the size we may say it may be a small, medium, and large, and based on the complexity it may be easy, moderate, and complex. Based on the location it may be national and international, and based on the nature it may be industrial or non-industrial. So dear friend, apart from this there are few of the characteristic of the project. So as we know, every project has some unique goals and intend to serve the some specific objective of an organization. So the common characteristics of the project are few like this. One of them is a specific purpose. So each project is undertaken to achieve the certain specific goals. These goals may vary project to project. For example, we say airport authority want to build a new terminals in the existing airport to accommodate the traffic. So the capacity expansion is the main object for the construction of the new terminals. So dear friend, up next characteristics we have is the uniqueness. So all the projects are unique in terms of the scope, objectives, technology, budgets, number of employees, or size of the organization. So next characteristics we are going to discuss is the life cycle. So this characteristic is very very important for any project. We will discuss later on this in brief too. So in life cycle, every project follow the few defined life cycles. Like it began with the generation of project idea. Idea are documented. Project plan is developed. Plan is executed. Project progress is monitored, and finally project is completed. So next characteristic we have the dependency between the project activity. So project consists a number of activity, and however the activity of the project are not executed in isolation from other activity. For example, floor of the bridge can only be considered constructed after the beam supporting the floor are embedded. So it is clearly understood unless we build the beam of the bridge, we cannot construct the floor of the bridge. So next characteristic we have that is a specific time. The goal of every project has to be achieved within the allotted times. If organization fail to complete the project on time, it may suffer financial loss. So friend, apart from these characteristics, as we discussed earlier, life cycle is the major characteristic of the project. So now we will discuss this characteristic in the details. As we know, project has the n number of activity and all the activity has to be performed in the logical sequence. This logical sequence of activity is in the project is known as the project life cycles or project cycles. A generic project life cycle have five phases, that is initiation, planning, execution, controlling and closing. So let us discuss one by one. First phase is initiation. So in initiation phase, all the project ideas are collected, are documented, and the role and responsibility of the project manager and rest of the team are listed out. Next phase is the planning phase. So though this planning phase is very crucial for the project, this phase is very critical and serve like a roadmap. This include the cost, time, quality, risk, communication, human resource, and procurement. Most of the project failure occurs because of the inefficient project planning. So, dear friend, this planning phase is to be made very crucially and critically, and we have to focus maximum on this phase. After this planning phase, it comes execution. So the execution phase in the project carried out the activity and executed. All these resources procured in the planning phase are implemented in this execution phase. This is the longest phase and incurred the maximum project cost. So after the execution, it comes the controlling phase. So this phase involves the measuring and monitoring of the progress of project and identify the loopholes of the project. If any loopholes is identified, it is the duty of the project manager to take the corrective action immediately. Otherwise, it will be a big financial loss to the organization. So the role of the project manager is very important to in this phase. Last phase is our closing phase. As a project attain its goal, it is the closed finally. The the personal and other resources shifted to the other project. So, dear friend, we see here in the project all the phases, characteristics, types, and main is the project life cycles we have discussed here. In our next video, we will discuss on the project management. So, dear friend, if our idea you likes, you please we are waiting your suggestion and will be available in the next video. Till then, goodbye.